First goal for Cray Wanderers, scored in the 51st minute by number 10, Omar. First goal for Carshalton, scored in the 72nd minute by number 14, Jordan Cheadle.
And this is John Kistner for Robbins TV after this afternoon's game between Cray Wanderers and Carshalton Athletic. Finished 2-1 to Carshalton. Superb game, end-to-end stuff, great control football, both sides. Tough game for both teams, but Carshalton just shaded it at the end. Christian, what do you think of the game today?
Well, I think we had the best chances in the game. I mean, it was quite even, sort of going around and stuff, but I think the chances on goal, we definitely had the best chances, mainly towards the end of the first half. And in the second half, after we conceded, which was a bit of a freak goal, I'm not quite sure about how to explain that one, but after that we responded extremely well and we were creating chances all the time, we were dominating, we were mopping up in midfield. It was really, really impressive and a fantastic result which I think we thoroughly deserved.
Yes, definitely. Russell, your take?
Exactly the same as Chris, and a freak goal they scored. Don't know whether it was a cross or a shot at goal, but Billy seemed to have thought he was going out. We all thought he was all going out. The away fans, we all thought he was going out, and all of a sudden it was in the back of the net. We went, oh dear, we're 1-0 down, but 2 quality goals we scored. Best goals I've seen for a long time, and we had the better chances. They were nothing. They just tried to build out the back, Cray, but they didn't threaten us in goal at all. We scored 2 very good goals.
Okay, and all the top teams won today. I think Corinthians, they're 2-1, wasn't it, Christian?
Yep, they beat Chipstead were a goal up, but Corinthians brought it back to 2-1.
And Lewis won 2-0. And who else is up there? Corinthians, Lewis.
Greenwich Borough won, Lewis won. It's kind of business as usual at the top.
So it's still tight at the top. So I have with me Keith Bass, our coach for the first team. What do you make of the game today, Keith?
Obviously a fabulous comeback after conceding the goal that we didn't think we deserved to concede anyway. First half I felt we dominated play in the main. Any chances they got was from our mistakes, and that's something we talked about at half time. We don't make mistakes, we'll go on and win the game. Obviously the goal shook us a little bit. Pete's claiming he gave it away on purpose just to make the game a little bit more interesting, but no one's believing that. But the response was fantastic. Another time I don't think we'd have got that. So, you know, great debut from the new lads as well. Certainly the goal scorer and the lad who came on.
Great goal from Christie Pattison.
Fantastic goal. So was the free kick. So,
and Jordan as well.
Yeah, fabulous finishes. And really, you know, to come here at this stage of the season, it now sets the benchmark for the rest of the season. You know, they can't let this one drop now after that.
And who would you make our man of the match?
Well, I'm really, it's always Michael Aziar for me, to be honest, because he always mops up everything. Any little mistake we make in sort of front of midfield or anything like that, he's so quick and he bites so quickly. And it's really good. You're always applauding him. But I've got to give it to our new guy today. I've got to give Christie Pattison. I think he worked hard, and I think the goal he scored was absolutely fantastic. You know, Jordan Cheadle's free kick was amazing. We all know what Jordan can do, but obviously we don't know loads about Christie Pattison. We saw him against Phoenix when we drew 1-0, but today I think he showed us what he's going to offer to the team. So it's really exciting times.
Absolutely. Christie Pattison played Phoenix. We just signed him on, and he scored a cracking goal in that 1-1 draw we had. And today he scored another great goal, didn't he?
Yeah, both goals for Carshalton were superb goals. They were better than what you see on Match of the Day on Saturday night. So both goals today. Cheadle's free kick was superb, and Pattison from Phoenix is showing a good impression, and he's fighting all the way. And I agree with Chris that he deserves man of the match. Yeah. But the whole 11 could be man of the match. Yeah. But I'll go along with Chris.
Yeah. Did it go to game plan, the whole game?
Yeah, it did very much so. We worked a lot on Thursday on initially dropping off of them, letting them have the ball a little bit, and then at a certain point in the game we were going to go higher. stop them playing out, force them to play long, and we did that almost perfectly. I think on about 30 minutes we went to the second option. Second half again started to do the same. I think when they scored the goal we were still sticking to it almost too much, and then we decided no, we need to start going and pressing and going and winning it, and we did that. The corners are working, the set pieces are working. We need to score from those because we're getting them into the right areas. We're doing a lot of work on that. We did 2 new ones today. They nearly worked, and they'll come. We'll get more in the future. Again, if there's any disappointments, again, we're not finishing the chances we're creating.
Yeah, true.
But if you don't create them, you can't score any. So as long as we're still creating, we've always got a chance.
And Thamesmead Town next week at home, so all come on down to that. Should be a cracking game. See if we can win that one. And how do you see that going, Christian?
Well, every game is a potential banana skin at the moment. We might think we're at home, we've got the home advantage, but all the memories go back to the Herne Bay game that we were favourites to win and lost 2-0. So we've got to be completely on it, and we've got to treat every game like it's a cup final. Keep mopping up those 3 points, sometimes grinding out games, sometimes dominating games, but the 3 points, that's the most important thing. Keep going that way, and the league could be ours. So keep believing.
And Lewis last week called off, as we know. That's been rescheduled for later in March, and that'll be a cracking game. That's a Wednesday night game towards the end of March. You look on our website, you'll see details of that.
I think Carshalton the best side the whole game. Cray were giving a lot. They were doing a lot of fouls, and the ref in the first half. I think the ref let us down a bit in the second half. We were lucky to get both of the goals because and Christie Pattison he's got a good goal on his debut.
Yeah. There's a lot of noise coming from the supporters over there, isn't there, Seb?
Yeah.
A lot of noise during the game from them as well, isn't there? It's good.
There was.
Good support. And then young Irish lad, he came on for a few minutes, did okay, didn't he?
Yeah, he's just come back from playing for his country. He's had 2 games against Romania out in La Manga. Exciting prospect. I think it's great we've got him till the end of the season. Gives us another option. He can play in defence. He can play as a winger. He's obviously quite confident and skillful. Gives us another option and a safety valve coming off the bench. And I'm sure he'd be okay if we started him as well.
I mean, he all had a good game. Michael Isaiah, his work rate's fantastic.
I said to him before the game, I said they're scared of you, Mike. I said, I'm telling you now, they're scared of you. I said, if you have a good game today, we'll win the game. And I think he did that.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
And Thamesmead next week?
Yes, unfortunately, I won't be here. I work for a school as well, and we're off to Las Vegas on Tuesday to play in a tournament out there for a college university type tournament, so I'll be missing that one, but I'll be back the week after.
I'm sure he'll be keeping in tune over if he can.
Yeah, of course I will. The lads will be happy. They won't be working too hard because I work them quite hard now, but Pete will do the same, I'm sure. But yeah, I'll be watching it. Of course I will. I'll be following it online and everything, yeah.
And Keith, can I just say on behalf of the club, thanks for all the work you put in so far and continue to put in with the coaching side of things. It's really brought us on leaps and bounds, I feel.
Yeah, you're more than welcome. I mean, Pete's a pleasure to work with, and so are this team. And again, full respect to you guys. It's a hardcore of support that keeps clubs like this going, and I respect that. Obviously I've worked at different levels, but I'm thoroughly enjoying this. And as I said, it's a real great group to work with, and Pete is an absolute pleasure to work with.
Great. Well, thanks very much for the interview, Keith.
Very welcome. Okay.